Hi, good morning. It is Tuesday, October 21st. I have a bit of a different one for you today. I infrequently, thus far, get something in dream state that feels like it's more than a dream and that feels like it's, watch for this to come, premonition, prediction kind of information thus far. However, I woke up in the middle of the night last night to something that very much immediately, it was like I knew this felt like more than a dream. And I want to try to describe what happened in the dream and what happened when I woke up. So in the dream, it was as if I was like in a different room of the house and that the TV was on and there was a news report on, which is kind of funny because we don't put on the news in our house. On occasion, I'll put on like the very local station on Spectrum about like, here's the weather in Ohio. That's about it. On occasion. But it was like I was hearing a news report and there was a male news anchor and I heard him say, now I have to use a different word in the middle of it. But this did not, I'll get there. I heard a male news anchor say, a 30-year-old woman was found unalived in her own pool. That unalived was, the word that he used was the D word, not like the somebody did that to her word. I hope that makes sense. Just found that she herself was unalived, not that somebody unalived her. Let's say it that way. And in the dream, I walked around the corner because hearing that caught my attention, and I walked around the corner to watch. Now, I did not hear like specific wording after that in the dream, but the impression of the rest of the story was something that I think there may have been a small child also involved. And then the feeling sense after that, not from listening to the news, the feeling sense after that was almost as if I was like dipping into how people would talk about it after the fact, that it felt suspicious, like people were talking about, oh no, here's another young mother who has, had like a difficult mental lapse and did something to their child, but then she also passed. But that it came around that was actually not the case, that everything about it was more accidental. I woke up immediately after that and laying there, anybody who has, strong connection with their guides and gets kind of like download information, who feels the sensation would know what I mean by this. It was like I kind of like bang a gong in the side of my head and my head started swirling, which to me also immediately felt like a confirmation from my guides saying, you're correct that this wasn't just a dream. So I am putting this out there as trusting my guides that this was all confirmation, that this was more premonition type of stuff rather than dream stuff. Because I woke up like, oh, I need to put this in my journal app. I need to remember exactly what was said. So it was a 30-year-old woman was found in her own pool. Something about a small child. And so something more accidental. So I don't know, was the child in the pool and she tried to go in and they both fell prey to the circumstance? Or did mom, have something happen that put her in there and she couldn't get out and the child went out? I can't quite get good clarity around that, but I'm trusting. I'm putting this out to see if something does in fact happen this way. Like I said, it has been very infrequent thus far that I get something in dreams like this, but I am trusting. So we'll see if something comes. Yeah, I hope everybody's doing okay. Yesterday felt very rocky for me, energetically. It was like almost anyone and everyone I had interactions with for a good portion of the day. I actually messaged a friend and said, where is Mars in the sky? Because everything's on fire. Everyone is spicy. Everybody wants everything right now, and they're angry about it. It just felt really rough. It feels a little quieter so far for me this morning in terms of that kind of like attack angry energy, but it still feels very heightened, very buzzy, very electric. Just let me know how you guys are feeling. So yeah, let me know what's going on.